Welcome to the Leadheads Podcast, episode 36. 20 questions.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Up until this point we've done quite a few lists where we have listed out our top fives. We have done build videos, or build podcasts. There we go, podcast. Episodes, there we go. What the Guns. That was the best name ever. Where we have built our own firearms. We have done a couple of news ones, and now we are stretching into the realm of just random.
Yep.
This is 20 questions. So Builder and I are going to ask each other approximately 20 questions. We'll see how far we get in the appropriate time frame, because this could take a while. I mean, 20 questions. If we've got, even if we only take 30 seconds each to think and answer,
it's still 20 minutes.
That's a 20-minute minimum, and we've already eaten up like 2 of that. So this could be a good one. So I started the last time, our last one, with our top 5 guns that you wouldn't expect that we wanted. So here on 20 questions, let's let builder shooter start.
Okay.
Now, did you have a method in determining these? Oh, and also hi to all the people on the YouTubes. We're recording this one. We stopped recording them for a while because people really didn't watch. But 20, like, this was just one that I was kind of looking forward to. This could go in a lot of different directions. Yeah. So is there a method to the madness of what you chose? No. Absolutely none. You just started writing crap down, okay. That's more or less what I did too.
I gotta come up with 20.
Yes, 20 is a lot. Why did I do this to myself?
Does that mean you're going to ask me a question first, or I'm going to ask you a question?
You're going to ask me a question first.
Okay.
Or wait. Oh no, that's a very good point. You know what? No, screw it. I'm going to ask you a question first.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite pistol?
Glock 17 Gen 5 MOS.
All right.
It's not the best, but it's what I got. It's the Chevy of pistols.
It's the Chevy Aveo. No, that's the 26.
No, it's the half-ton Chevy.
No, it's not. It's the Impala. Don't give that truck status. It's not like a rock.
It's like a Glock.
Like a Glock. Oh my gosh, it is like a rock. Son of a gun. Now that's going to be a thing.
Okay.
Like a Glock. Oh, like a Glock. Oh man, we watched too much TV in the 90s. Whatever.
Mossberg 500 or Remington 870?
Mossberg. And the only reason, literally the only reason, I prefer the Mossberg safety.
Same
after,
here.
What did I use that type of safety on? Not my lever action.
Probably your 597. I mean, my Ruger 1022 has the same safety as the Remington 870. And as a left-handed shooter, I went squirrel hunting with it, and it sucked because I kept flipping the safety on.
I own an 870, so like I know the 870,
right.
But I did. Maybe it was your Mossberg that I did it. Do you have a Mossberg right now?
I do.
Okay. No, it was something else. Oh no! I know what it was. It's my my Savage Model 10T has the Mossberg style spine safety, and it's just so convenient when it's ambidextrous. It is super easy to manipulate and still keep pretty close to a firing grip. Like, especially with turn on, turn off. Like,
the only time the Mossberg safety sucks is when you're running the pistol grip.
Okay, that I could see. Yeah,
but still, I'd rather have it than the
crossbar.
Yep.
Yeah, crossbar safety suck. It's so old school and so outdated. Okay. Next one for you. What's your favorite rifle? I want to point this out, though, on both of these questions. I misspelled pistol and I misspelled rifle. So pistol was Paieto and rifle is Rifke.
Okay.
What's your favorite rifle? It can be your personal favorite or just in general favorite.
I'm going to go with a non-Freedom Group Remington 700.
Okay, that's fair.
Like a pre-Freedom Group.
Because you have 2 of them.
No, I only have 1. Pre-Freedom Group.
Oh, no, right, pre-Freedom Group,
I've had 3 pre-Freedom Groups.
But you have 2 700s.
I do.
Yeah. That,
what's solid and it works.
I can never remember the triangle one. VTR, that thing is a cool freaking gun. It's just cool.
It is.
Ooh. All right.
SP01 Phantom or SIG 2022?
Oh my gosh. SP01 Phantom.
I mean, it's the same thing.
It
both
is.
directions.
I think that CZ, as little as as little as I liked the Phantom, I think that just transferred a little bit better than the SIG did. Just a little bit. Not a lot. This may not be a long episode. Okay. All right. Favorite gun color that's not black, ODG, or FDE, or plum purple. I'm gonna throw that in there because plum purple. No, you know what? You can use that.
Doesn't leave many colors, so I'm gonna go with matte stainless.
Ooh, that's out of left field. I like that one.
I've had a couple matte stainless guns. I had one that we don't talk about because every time I mention it, I get yelled at. But I also had
because you don't have it anymore.
I had a Taurus 608, which was a 357 built on the 44 frame.
Okay.
8-shot with 4-inch barrel.
That sounds fun.
It was so much fun. It was just a good shooting gun in matte stainless, and it was a decent looking gun. I mean, it wouldn't win any beauty competitions, but it was a good looking gun.
I like that because I don't like polished stainless too much. Which my SP101 is polished stainless, but yeah, that's a good call. Like
I had a Benelli Nova H2O, which the Nova is the bottom grade Benelli.
Okay.
It's the pump, so everything's polymer, and then every single metal part on that gun was stainless. It was a marine or maritime.
Okay, yeah.
And it was matte stainless, and it was beautiful.
Isn't MP3 coated kind of that matte stainless color a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I remember the LTT stuff that we were looking at, like all of the different MP3 stuff was all that like matte. It's not really matte, but it looks like that. Like,
and then the one that everybody gets mad at me for, and I get mad at myself for, was my Marlin 1894 stainless steel. It was so pretty.
How did you end up not having that anymore? Bad choices, bad life choices. Getting out of debt.
You know, no. I was dumb. I bought it at a gun show.
Okay.
The guy had 50 rounds through it, and I bought it at a gun show for $500.
Okay.
And then my plan was to hunt with it. I didn't hunt with it, and I was like, if I'm not going to hunt with this, I might as well get rid of it and let somebody else who's going to hunt with it buy it.
You were still in the age of every gun has a purpose, and if it's not used for the purpose, you don't need the gun.
And then I sold it for like $700, and I was like, sweet. And now that gun's worth like $2,000.
Yeah, that was a bad choice.
And I wish I still had it.
It was a really bad choice.
So yeah.
Dumb.
Okay, Lionheart or Arex?
Ooh, I've been eyeballing both of those lately.
Seriously?
They are, because so Lionheart, for those of you who don't know, Lionheart is based off of the South Korean DB9, and it's actually, which is actually known to be a relatively good pistol after their initial problems. But it has actually what looks like very traditional SIG lines. Like it looks SIG-ish.
So does the Arex.
It does. The Arex is a straight up copy of the 226. The Lionheart looks like a 226 grip frame with a 1911 style slide on it, and it's got this really cool trigger thing where they call it double action plus, where you pull the hammer back to a double action or to a single action, but then you push it forward and you pull it off of the single action sear ledge. But it increases your pull. So if you've got, like, I'm just making these numbers up. These are random numbers. So if you've got an 8-pound double action pull, and you've got a 3-pound single action pull, it gives you like a 5-pound double action pull that is the length of half of the double action pull. So it's just this really cool system. The Arex is like if SIG gave two craps about slightly updating the 226 line. I think, honestly, I would have to go Lionheart.
I figured you would, just because you wanted one, and it would be niftier.
Well, exactly. That's it. Is like if I want to get a SIG 226, I would be really hard pressed not to just get a 226. The Lionheart is unique. Like, yes, it's based off the DB9, but the original Lionheart that is the straight up copy of the DB9 is dead. Now they only have this Regulus, which is like a $1,300 gun, which is just, it's mint. That's what I would do, the Lionheart.
Okay.
All right. Favorite non-mainstream caliber?
Non-mainstream caliber.
Yeah. So like non-NATO, into non... Something that you can't go into Walmart and buy. No, because Walmart's got some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it gets rid of 4570.
Hey, yeah. If you want to use 4570, go for it.
4570. I like 4570.
It's a badass round.
It's fun to shoot.
Okay. You complained for an entire day after that.
It was my collarbone.
My collarbone complained. It wasn't me. It spoke without asking.
Yeah, 4570.
I like it. That's a good answer.
Holosun 508T or RMR RM06 Type 2. The standard RMR.
Oh, Holosun 508T.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just had to throw it out there.
Yeah. Like, by like... I'm sorry, RMR, but I like Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I used an RMR. I had one.
Battery changing, that's all you really have to say.
Yes, but just in use, they didn't use the same. And I didn't like the way that they used it.
Okay.
I felt like I had to modify versus just the way I used it. Mm-hmm. So, that's what I'm going with, the Holosun. Okay, we're getting into a little bit more of non-gun questions here on mine. We are already running off track with mine. So, what's your dream job, dude?
You know, I've been thinking about it a lot over the past 6 to 9 months. And actually, if I were to start all over and knowing what I know now and be able to go into a different trade, I'd be a farrier. The people that shoot horses.
Oh!
Yeah.
That would be kind of badass.
It would be very badass.
And I mean, they actually get a decent amount of work. Because, especially if you're good...
There's not very many of them.
Yeah.
There's always a demand for them.
It's one of those, like, dying careers that if you take it, one, you're keeping alive history, essentially. Because, and two, like, if you're good, people take good care of their horses, man.
Yep.
And they will get you and they will pay what you ask. I follow a dude on the TikToks who he owns a septic system or a septic pumping system, and he's talking about prices. And he's like, if you're busy, like if you're super busy and you feel like you don't have time, your prices are too low. He's like, do not worry about raise your prices because you should be able to, like, people will come. And you will have just the right amount of people.
Yep.
And that's kind of one of those career paths that falls into that. It's like, if you're too busy in that career path, raise your prices a little bit.
Yep.
Means people are responding well to your work, and they'll still come back to you.
Yep.
I like that one.
Okay. EDC pistol, light or no light?
I don't carry a light. I don't have a light on my pistol.
I currently don't carry a light, but as soon as Harry's holsters makes a light bearing holster,
you will again.
I will have a hard time actually not switching from my 17 to a 45 and getting a TLR 7. TLR 7.
Right, yeah. So I would actually go with the TLR 1. I think. So pre-taking a class on low light, I was significantly more pro light on the gun.
Same here.
Until we used that class and we talked about all of it. First of all, the different uses of a light in a low light situation. Search and like looking for things. You can't point your gun at everything and everybody.
Exactly.
You know, you're muzzling literally everybody. You can, if you have a handheld light, you can hide where you are. That's still in my mind. Like when we were sitting in that room and he was walking down the hall, painting the hallway. Yeah. Like, dude, I expected him to come around that corner any second. Yeah. And he didn't.
And it was terrifying.
It was. Like, okay, so that is the thing that it got me the most about that course. Like, when you're in there and it is dark.
Like, it's done.
Yeah, like, it is terrifying having no idea where somebody is in the dark. When Shell went through and we were all sitting in the shoot house and he came through and just killed every single one of us. Like he would flash a light, blind the crap out of us, memorize where we were, and be within 2 feet of you, shooting you by the time you got your night vision back. Like, it was just... And that was with a handheld light. Since then, I have never gone back to a dedicated view of you should have a light on a gun. I have always been 100% personal preference. depends on, and I carry more comfortably without a light, and which means I will carry more often without a light. So that's why I don't carry a light on my gun.
Fair enough.
That was very long. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay. So this one's good. Wait, they're all good. All right. So what age, Knights, Wild West, Frontier, Revolution, do you feel you should have been born into, or would you look at and think that you could have fit really well into that time period? So, like, you know how people are like, oh, I shouldn't have been born in this age. Like, you watch a show and you're like, I would have loved to live then.
Yeah, I've never thought I shouldn't have been born in this age.
No?
No.
Dude, you're weird.
I know.
Okay, so which one would you have liked to live in?
See, that's the thing. All those ages are so...
sucky.
They're sucky, and they're so over-glorified. Like, if you're in the Middle Ages, you're not a knight. You're the guy shoveling pig shit. Like, it's not what you want it to be.
But you like the shoveling of pig shit.
You do it because it.
Okay, so if you could be a knight, or if you could be like the badass cowboy, or you could be, I don't remember which other ones, like the Revolutionary War captain in a successful campaign.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I can't rightly answer that one. I've never
honestly
really thought about it, because I've always just been,
again, watching Westworld, so which is basically about living the cowboy fantasy and stuff, and it's like I watched that and I'm like, that would be kind of cool until you died of cholera.
Right. If Westworld existed, I would go there.
Right. If it weren't $42,000 a day.
Right.
Or something like that. What is 12,000? 40? Okay.
40.
It was a lot. I know that.
Yeah, I can't give you a good answer on that question.
Okay. All right. Slacker.
I know.
Non-committal.
Fun day of shooting.
Okay.
22 long rifle, or 12 gauge shotgun with clays.
22 rifle.
Okay.
Yeah, 22 long rifle. And here's why. Is because no matter the shotgun, you are gonna feel that within 100 rounds. You I went out, went shooting with work years and years ago. We went to Indiana Gun Club. It was really cool, actually. We went and shot clays. We used Benellis, which are some of the softest shooting semi-autos that you can get that are, like, affordable. I mean, I'm sure that they're, like, the high-end ones are significantly lighter shooting. But these are nice shotguns. I was feeling it after about 50 rounds.
Yep.
You know? And, it was fun, but you can do so much with 22.
Yeah.
So much with it. So that's my answer. 22 long rifle. Okay. What large game would you like to hunt?
Elk.
You want to go? Yeah.
I've thought about it a lot. I would not want to hunt a moose. One, they're beautiful, majestic creatures.
So are elk, though. Like, I think elk are awesome looking.
The other downside that I see to moose is that is literally a cow.
Oh, yeah.
So
they're bigger than cows.
Wherever you shoot that, you have to pack a cow out of the woods.
Yeah.
An elk's big enough.
And you better shoot that moose right. Because if you shoot a moose and it doesn't go down, it's going to be pissed.
Yeah. I've thought an elk hunt would just be fantastic. I mean, just a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing.
Harrison needs to hurry up and get his backpacking adventure set up so that we can go elk hunting with him.
Something like that.
Yeah.
There's a couple states where you can buy over-the-counter tags, not for big bulls, but you can get a cow or spike tag, and you can do that. But
what's elk taste like? I'm guessing very similar to deer.
I've never had elk. I would assume it's somewhere between deer and cow. I would. I mean,
it's deer cow. Now that'd be moose would be deer, or that moose would be cow deer.
And it depends on where they live.
That's true.
Up
and
north,
what they're eating.
Up north, deer taste terrible.
Yes. I've heard that. Although the ones that I've had from north-ish, like Wisconsin area, it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
That's because the person who made it knows how to make it. He knows what he's doing.
Would you rather get hit with a 12-ounce can or a golf ball from the can cannon?
Oh, shit. How far off am I? This is a very important question.
20 yards.
12-ounce can.
there's at least half a chance that it's going to hit you long ways instead of edgeways.
And even if it hits you edgeways, like the 12-ounce can is going to break on you. Like it's going to hurt like hell. It's going to break ribs. It could break skin. It will break skin.
Golf ball will break ribs.
That will go through you. Like it will embed into you. That'd be like getting shot with a BB gun where it like just goes right inside the skin and just sits. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's like when they shoot
like an anime punch.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, like when one punch man like punches and like the whole body, like you could see it ripple around. Yes, that is exactly what would happen. Okay. So yeah, dude, I'm going 12-ounce can there. Okay, what is the smallest caliber you'd carry for self-defense?
9mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's such a short answer.
9mm. Should you train with your pistol out to and including 100 yards?
Train to 100 yards? No. Training, my opinion on training max is about 35 yards. Because 35 yards is... Now, I would suggest having fun out to 100 yards, knowing your limits out to 100 yards, shooting out to 100 yards, but actively training at 100 yards is inconsistent and extremely unlikely. If you can get good 35-yard training, though, that can be extended. And it's probably a better use of time because, you know, I give people a lot of crap for the 3 yards, 3 shots, 3 seconds thing. Because you're gonna take shots longer than 3 yards. But the thing is, like, as you go further and further out, you do have... It's kind of like the law of diminishing returns, except it's not. It's like the law of probabilities. The further out you go, the further down that line of probability is. And there does come a point in that where it's like, that doesn't really make sense.
Right.
So, know your limits, but train a little bit closer. That's what I got. All right. What is one surprising caliber that you like? Or that you want to shoot? Like a surprising caliber that it's like on your list of things that you would like to be able to have shot or shoot or...
To have shot would be a 458 Win Mag.
Okay.
That is right at the point, like, 458 lot is beyond what I want to do. 458 Win Mag is between 4570 and 458 lot. I would actually like to get a CZ550 in 458 Win Mag eventually.
Ooh. That can be fun.
It would be fun once. Are shotguns really as bad as I say they are?
No, they're not. They're not at all. You're like my 3-year-old with a food that he didn't like once. No, I tried it once and I don't like it. Dude, it's macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
You liked it 2 days ago. I don't like it. But it's enjoyable and you can eat it and it was fun. I don't like it.
I was talking to him after Thanksgiving. We were doing something and I was like, did you have a bunch of turkey on Thanksgiving? He's no, I don't like turkey. And I said, do you have mac and cheese? And he's like, yeah.
That makes so much sense. Yeah. Who doesn't like mac and cheese? It's legit the best food item. Like all around.
Ooh, I should have added one.
What's your favorite food?
We'll just do this right here.
Okay.
Are you a Blue Box kid or a Velveeta Shells?
Oh, okay. Okay.
There is a right answer.
So, I used to be a full-on Velveeta Shells. I used to be. Since then...
When you shot 40?
Huh?
When you shot 40?
Yeah. I have since converted back.
Yeah.
To the Blue Box.
Blue Box.
Okay, so here's the weird thing. I put ketchup on my mac and cheese. And have you ever tried it?
No.
Dude.
I just found out mustard in your Robin's really good.
Just please, for one time.
I don't like ketchup.
It doesn't taste like ketchup.
Okay.
Just put the littlest bit on a spoonful. Mix it in a little bit so you don't get like just the straight up ketchup. Just do it for me, bud. Do it for me, bro.
Okay.
Bro. Got you, boo. All right. Was that yours or mine? That was mine. Yours to me. Okay. What vehicle best fits your personality?
I like my truck.
Which one? You drive two different ones. Okay. That's
big and slow and cumbersome, and I'll get there when I get there, and I use a lot of fuel.
But I'm going to do it, damn it.
I'm pretty strong.
That's good. That's
and I
solid.
don't want to start on a cold day.
That is also, yeah. And there's some rank shit that comes out your back end, too.
That's true. Okay.
Yours is slightly less odd-colored. Sometimes.
Big mansion in the city.
Okay.
Or a less desirable modular on 20 acres.
Shit. This answer is going to be weird to you. Honestly,
I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
I would go mansion in the city.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I want land.
I think your wife would be happier.
My wife would be happier. Here's the thing, is that the hobbies that I have need room, and they would be able to flourish with the extra space. I don't have the extra space right now, and I definitely wouldn't have it in a modular on 20 acres. I can always go to a firing range, but that's not going to help me out with the other stuff. So, okay, so while I'm over there, I need you to go over what is your spirit animal?
What is my spirit animal? My spirit animal is my dog. He's laughing because my dog is a fat cow of a dog. He is a 140-pound, half bloodhound, half black lab, and he probably needs to only be about 100 pounds. But he's big and fat and lazy, and he's a lovable dog, but you know, that's about it. That's about all he got going for him. Is he's pretty lovable. But yeah, I would definitely say that my dog would be my spirit animal until he dies, and then I'll have to figure out a different spirit animal.
If you could be an animal, what would that animal be?
The question was if I could be an animal, what animal would that be?
I'm still looking for batteries.
How did they go? That's a good one as well. I'm gonna go with. I'd be a fish. I'm not good at swimming, but I would be a largemouth bass is what I would be. The apex predator of the Midwest lakes. Just get big on eating bluegill, swim around, occasionally get a hook in your lip, but know that you're a game fish and most people will throw you back instead of eating you. I would definitely go largemouth bass.
So that was your favorite, or your spirit animal. Your turn. Ask me.
This is the hardest question that you might be asked tonight.
Okay.
Bluey or Blue's Clues?
Okay, I have a secret.
Have you never seen Bluey?
I've never seen Bluey. I have no idea what it is. No. No clue. No clue. We watched Coco Melon before.
Basically, the dad from Bluey makes all dads feel bad. He's like you, but in dog form. And he makes like all dads feel bad because he like plays with his kids all the time, just all this stuff with his kids, and you're just sitting there like, I'm watching a show with.
Is that it?
That's it.
See, I don't want to I don't want to like show my kids this because then they're gonna like expect things from me.
It's probably a little young. No, you're good. It's probably a little young for Eli, for your older, but the younger probably would like it, maybe.
So I guess ultimately I'm gonna have to go Blue's Clues because I've seen Blue's Clues.
Fair enough.
I used to like watch and make fun of Blue's Clues when I was in my late teens because that's when it first came on, and like, yeah, I mean, who can't? Like my brother and I spent an entire summer waking up at like 10 o'clock about when Blue's Clues started, and while we were eating our making cereal for ourselves and doing like big kid stuff, we would watch the stupid little kid shows and make fun of poor Steve, even though the dude was making bank. And, like, in hindsight, dude had it made. He rocked around a green screen all day, hollering at
an imaginary
dog. Yeah, but
okay,
good job, Steve. Okay, favorite food. You have to think about this one?
I do have to think about this one.
How do you not like just have it locked in?
My favorite food changes all the time.
I already said what mine was, but you can't take it.
Screw it, we're going tacos.
Okay. Real tacos, Taco Bell tacos, or just in general?
In general, tacos.
The thing
one
of
the
tacos.
most universal food that you can get.
Okay, do you count things like chalupas as tacos?
No, those aren't tacos.
Okay. So you mean like straight up meat in... Okay, do soft count as tacos? Or are you talking hard shell only?
I'll allow it.
You'll allow it? Do you prefer hard shell?
I allow soft shell because I actually prefer open face.
Okay, yeah, like street
like
tacos.
Tostado.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I mean, open face is good too. We had tacos at... Where did we go to get tacos? And they had them in like these little metal like trays, and they were really freaking good.
Senior Tacos.
No, because we've never gotten tacos there. My wife's gotten...
We went to Senior Tacos with you one time.
Yes, but we didn't get the tacos there. We get their... I'm a chimichanga fan.
Yeah, their chimichangas
like you give me... Okay.
I know where it's from.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just like you're taking like one of the best food like cultures
and then smothering it in cheese.
You deep fry it and smother it in cheese, and you have my heart. Like it is
maybe possibly for sure.
Yeah, like my heart and maybe more. Maybe more if you play your cards right.
Okay.
That went too far, didn't it?
So,
a little bit too much.
Practically.
Okay.
Based on all of the thinking that you've ever done.
Okay.
If not the 4Runner, what else would you be driving right now? You can't say Raptor because you'd have to park it on the road.
Yeah. I know, because practically, like, that's what I would want.
I heard tell of a Ranger Raptor.
They do have one.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. It would probably be a pickup because I can't think of another SUV that would fit my needs. Like I like body on frame vehicles, and that's the only body on frame SUV around anymore. Really, like yeah. So it'd probably be a pickup. It would probably. I don't know because I don't have space for a full size. Actually, it might very well. It would either be a Tacoma or a Colorado. Probably leaning Tacoma because they're just better trucks.
They are.
They're the Colorado. There's nothing. The Colorado is too car for me. Like I need not the newest one, but like the intermediate one that was in between the one that I had and what's out now was way too car, and that's the one that I could afford. Right. So yeah, I would say probably a Tacoma.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Favorite hunting story.
Favorite hunting story.
Yeah. My favorite hunting story doesn't even have a full-on deer involved. We saw a deer that day.
We did,
but the deer did not make the hunting story my favorite hunting story. Penis.
You know what? I'll just say probably my big buck. Because I truly love everything about hunting except actually doing it.
That's fair.
Because you get up in the tree stand and you're all quiet and you're like, okay, come on.
Yeah, then it's just like 2 hours of sitting there
so much
waiting.
Stuff that I could be doing instead of this. Like, I remember getting mad at a deer one time because I had to pause my game to shoot it.
One of the when we go, I wear the ear pro that I wore at the time, and actually, I could use my axles now and have Bluetooth and just sit there and like. So I was just sitting there one time, like just like rocking out to some music,
Bluey.
And then I heard watching Bluey, and then I hear something. I hear Bigfoot behind me, which of course wasn't Bigfoot. It was it wasn't Bigfoot, and it wasn't squirrels.
Was it the turkeys?
It was a line of freaking dumbass turkeys. Like,
and they run in a line too.
Congo lining back behind the blind, and it's oh my gosh, it's so dumb. But so big buck, huh?
So I'm up in the tree stand, opening day. You know, the best day of the year to shoot a deer
because they're still around
because they're not scared yet.
Yep.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, I haven't seen any freaking deer out here. I have my bundle tag, which Indiana sells bundle tags, and it is an antlered deer and 2 antlerless deer.
Okay.
So that means if you shoot a button buck under the antlers under 4 inches or whatever, it counts as an antlerless deer. So I'm sitting there. If it's brown, I'm putting a freaking hole in it, man. About 9:30 rolls around, and I'm like, this is stupid. I'm going home.
I was gonna say 9:30 in Indiana is about Quentin time. Like if you're not
not on opening day. On opening day, you stay out all day.
If you're not dedicating the day to hunting, though, like that's about time that you're like,
yeah. So
I've been
about
sitting here for 3 hours now,
and I'm like, well, I'm done. So I put my game away, put my phone back in my pocket, pick up my backpack, set it on the rail around my stand, start putting my gloves and stuff like that in there. And I'm standing up at the time, and I look over across from me, and about 100 yards away at the time is this buck, and I'm like, oh sweet, I've never shot a buck that I could actually claim as a
brag.
Buck. Every buck that I've shot before that I tagged as antlerless, because they were all button bucks. So I'm like, sweet, there's a buck that's a nice looking buck. That looks like an 8. Sweet. So I'm getting more excited, and the whole time I'm standing there, I'm like, oh, I better sit down. So I sit down, and I'm moving around and stuff, and he's just walking his way through the woods. I'm like, okay. Well, he's stupid. He's a big old stupid deer. So he gets closer, and
it's amazing how the stupid ones can get so big.
And he's like 50 yards away, and he's like perfect broadside crossing in front of me. So and there's a bunch of brush. So I just aim in front of him, and I wait. And as soon as that shoulder blade comes in my range, 50 yards, I'm shooting my 308.
Yep.
Boom. And every deer I'd shot before this deer, that's not true. That one I did the Texas heart shot on dropped instantly. The other ones that I'd shot before there, you shoot them, they woo, I got shot, and they turn around and run away.
Son of a bitch!
This dude's ankles were above his antlers. I mean, just instantly like dead.
like cartoon fall on his back, like
yep, I'm dead. So I'm like, sweet. So I watch him for a couple minutes, because that's what you're supposed to do. He's dead. I mean, dead as a doornail, not even freaking kicking. I mean, done.
It makes finding him easier.
So I climb down, shaking, uncontrollably shaking. If you shoot a deer, you will experience this, but it's just...
I gotta get out again at some point.
It's just an interesting feeling, because it's an uncontrollable shake. Like, you can try to stop it, but you just can't.
Right.
I walk over, and as I walk over, I'm like, ooh, this thing's... Ooh, it looks like a 10. Oh my gosh, good job, Andy. Pat myself on the back. Get over to it, and it's 15 points.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, well, crap, I can't get the tractor across the creek. So I grab him by the rack, and I'm like, first off, dear Lord, thank you for this deer. Please don't let the rack break off as I drag it.
That's a fair prayer.
So I start dragging it, get it across the creek, go back up, get the tractor. I'm hunting on my sister's property. When I get back up there, she thinks I'm dying because I'm like gassed.
Okay, really quick. I am envisioning God sitting up there watching you do this, and he's sitting there like finger pointed, getting ready to like have the antlers pop off, and then you say that little prayer, and he's like, you're good, man, you're good.
So I get back up, get the tractor, drive down, put it. My brother-in-law just got home at the time, and I was like,
thank goodness.
I was like, hey, I shot a really big deer. And he's like a really big deer? And I was like, I shot a really big deer. So we drive down on the tractor. It takes both of us to put it in the bucket. Oh, and when I say put it in the bucket, this isn't a lawn tractor. Like it's a bigger tractor. And when we put it in the bucket, like the body fit, but the head did not. I mean, it's just hanging out.
This guy was almost 200 pounds, wasn't he?
He was over 200 pounds.
Was he?
So we get him back.
And for an Indiana whitetail, like that's a big deer.
That's a big whitetail. So we, get it all taken care of. I field dress it and everything, take it back, and we always hang it up at my neighbor's house because he's a big hunter and he taught me most of what I know. So we hang it up, and he had just bought a scale that day. Or that year.
Yeah.
So we we hang it up and field dressed and everything. It was 205. So that means that dude was walking through the woods at like 250.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a big old
That's
freaking dude.
Big ass deer.
He did, and all of that.
Dude, I still remember you sent me the picture, the nose on that dude. He's like dude's like a 55-year-old alcoholic.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to get the rack back. Actually, it's been over a year.
I was gonna say it's been a while.
Yeah, over a year.
Where is it?
European mail. A guy in Reynolds.
Did he leave?
No.
Is he still there?
He's just
okay.
Way behind. He should have raised. He did the whole thing where he was too busy, so he raised his prices.
Yeah.
And then he did it again. And then he did it again. And then
crap!
he's
still too busy. So. Dang. Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, I would say that one.
All right.
Okay. Dot or LPVO on my 1895 once it gets the barrel chop.
Ooh. Okay.
And remember, I'm going for slimline.
There's stipulations here. And one of them you're not going to do. So for yours, I would say LPVO. Because for a dot, it's got to have an M-LOK rail. And because you're not going to put an M-LOK rail on it, LPVO. Because you can get an LPVO, and honestly, I would have a really hard...
I will have that full-length top rail.
Yeah, but it's got to be the handguard.
Okay.
That M-LOK handguard. Dude, that gun would... I'm in my brain space, I'm seeing a brushed satin LPVO. Like, that's like an old school color on those. Like, that's what I'm seeing in my brain space. Not mind's eye, brain space.
Okay.
All right. Okay. What is the perfect setup, caliber, barrel, and optic for a truck gun?
A generalized truck gun that you don't have to care about if it's a black rifle or not.
Yes.
I'm going to say a 12.5 inch 5.56 AR pistol.
What optic on top?
The optic on top, I would
Dot
do...
or LPVO?
I would do an ACOG.
Okay.
A 3.5.
Fixed 3.5. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Would you rather carry a full-size, single-stack 45 ACP 1911?
Okay.
Or a Ruger GP100 Match Champion in 357?
Ooh. 1911 because it's easier to conceal and easier to carry for me.
Well, the Match Champion's
well, that's true. What's the barrel size on those?
Like a 4 1/4, something like that.
No, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to go Match Champion.
Okay.
Probably shoots better, too.
Probably.
Yep, I'm going to go Match Champion. Okay. If you could have design input on any type of gun, like they're making a gun, and they're like, hey, we want you to come and help us figure out what features to use. We want you to shoot it and help us to, like, round it out. What type of gun would it be?
The one that I would be most comfortable with providing input would definitely be a pistol.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's alright.
Better than a shotgun.
It's true.
How far of a defensive shot are you legally comfortable, or comfortable legally, taking with a truck gun rifle?
Depends on the situation. 100% depends on it. If they're shooting at me, also depends. If they're shooting at me and they're getting close, 300 yards easy. Like I would reach out as far as that thing will reach. If you're shooting at me and it's landing within 50 yards, if it's like, dude, if you're not shooting at me, 50.
That range gets real small, real fast.
Yeah, 50 yards is about the max I would go if you're not actively shooting at me, but you have a gun and you seem to be. And it would have to not be a pistol.
I specified rifle.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, with them.
Oh.
They would have to not have a pistol, because a 50-yard shot with... 99.9%, not 99.9, that is a very... 75% of other people can't make a 50-yard shot on a person. 75% of people can't make a 25-yard shot on a person. So it's 100% dependent on the situation, but active shooting... however far they are, inactive shooting but seeming to engage, significantly closer.
Okay.
So, all right. Okay. Shoot and kill Gerard Butler, or live with Paul Rudd as your life companion for the rest of your life, and you can't get away from him. Like, he is with you all the time.
Hands down, Paul Rudd.
You'd live with Paul Rudd before shooting Gerard Butler. Yeah. For a little bit of background there, he has a love affair with Gerard Butler and does not like Paul Rudd.
I wouldn't kick Gerard Butler out of bed for eating crackers.
You also apparently would rather him be alive than live the rest of your life with Paul Rudd.
Pick one JDM car.
Oh.
For reference, JDM is Japanese domestic market. So we're talking like Supras and Skylines.
Skyline. It's got to be the Skyline.
Okay.
Like, I was gonna go with the traditionally imported JDMs and say second gen Talon. That's where I was gonna go. But man, if it's not, if I'm not confined to the import list of things that made it here, the Skyline.
Mine is actually a Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4.
Also, R34 Skyline, by the way, to specify.
That's fair.
Yours is good too, though. Okay. If you could have any one James Bond gadget in your car, what would it be? Obviously, the wine cooler in the center console.
I think the tail or the license plate flipper.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that one. I was thinking like machine guns in the headlights. I was thinking like oil dispensers. Bulletproof bulletproof would not be a bad idea.
Yeah,
but
that takes it.
But like license plate flipper, you'd use that. I mean, in nefarious ways, but you'd use that. All right.
Home defense gun. CMMG Banshee and 45 with a can, or CMMG Banshee and 9mm with a binary trigger.
45 with a can.
It's better than going.
Right. Well, and okay, so the things ballistically. 45 ballistically, when you're looking at the impact that it makes on a human torso, is better. It just is better. And if you can have upwards of 15 to 20 rounds with that, how many of those have usually in their mags?
I mean, you can run the Chris mags and run 30.
Yeah. So you've got 30 rounds of 45, which is better than 9. 45 is already pretty controllable because it's a slower round, and with a can, like you're talking no recoil, I could probably shoot that almost as fast as a binary trigger 9 and still have the same amount of ammo and cause more damage. Yeah. So that's what I'm going
That
with.
was the right answer.
Thank you. Okay. 10 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? Which would you fight?
Duck-sized horses.
Duck-sized horses.
Yeah.
Horse-sized duck is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like horses in general are terrifying. You add
a duck is actually my favorite animal.
So you're speaking that specifically so that you don't have to kill ducks.
No, because
yes, you
ducks are douchebags.
They are.
And
why is that your favorite animal if they're douchebags? Because they are. They're like raging assholes.
Like my dream pet is an attack duck.
Oh my gosh.
So somebody would come to my house and the duck would be like,
you are gonna love my last question. It's not ducks, but it's pretty good.
So
duck is your favorite animal.
Because they're douchebags.
I did not expect
like a farm duck.
It's like, how did that not be your spirit animal?
Yeah,
a duck is your spirit animal.
Should have been.
It explains so much.
Okay. Favorite muscle car of all time?
1969 GTO Judge.
Okay.
Black hardtop 4-speed with the tri-power. They only came with tri-powers, but the tri-power. That is my dream car.
It wasn't a 69 Camaro, so we're good.
It isn't. No, I actually prefer the 68 Camaro. So the 69 Camaro has flattened tops of the fenders, and I hate that because it limits the size of tire that you can do. The 68s had fully rounded top of the fenders, so you could actually extend the tire out a little bit and not have to worry about eating your tire up. So I prefer the 68.
My dad had a 67 Firebird.
Oh, Yeah. Which looked a lot like the 69 GTO.
Yeah.
So, okay. Okay. If you could only, for the rest of your life, if you could only have guns from one company, but not a company that you currently have guns from.
Damn it!
What company would it be?
Damn you, M&P 10.
Was it gonna go? You're gonna go Smith?
I was gonna go Smith.
Yeah, no, can't. Haha.
Sig.
Okay.
No.
No.
Springfield.
Really?
Yep.
You would limit yourself to the XDs?
I'd get a Hellcat.
Okay, that's all right. Hellcat's it's a solid little gun.
Yep.
You don't own any CZs, by the way, jackhole. Oh, I got you thinking now.
I stay with what I said.
I said what I said, sir. How many questions did you come up with? Because that was 19.
Exactly 20.
So you only have 2 more?
Yes.
Okay.
SIG 365 SAS.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Or Jennings 25.
SIG 365 SAS.
Because you'd mill it for a dot.
Hands down. Oh yeah. I mean, even if I didn't mill it for a dot, at least I could. At least if I point shot that, it would shoot. Like the Jennings sights are about as usable as the no sights that would have if the sight broke. And like hands down the SIG. Hands down the SIG.
Okay.
Okay. Last question. Last of the 20 questions. Would you rather fight a chicken every time you got into your car, or once a year fight a chimpanzee but you have a sword?
Now, like on the chicken, are we talking like a Peter Griffin chicken fight?
No, we're talking like a normal sized chicken, like a rooster.
Okay,
we're talking a rooster.
Okay, that's a different animal.
Yeah, right. Like we're talking rooster, dude. Like it is of the chicken fam.
You know, I'd have to go with the chicken every time because
this is literally every time. Like if you want to go out to your car and get your carry gun out of your car, there's a chicken there you got to fight.
No, I'd send Caitlin. I would have a much harder
time killing a chimpanzee
with a chimpanzee than 400 chickens
for so many reasons. One, they look like
go back up to my truck.
Like one, like chimpanzee's kind of like a person.
I know.
And two, like
it'd probably take
they're
my sword.
Strong as crap. There's like a good third, like 33% chance that they will take the sword from you and cut you.
So
yes,
it's a terrible thing, but it was a comedian talking about how people with mental
I don't know where you're going with this.
Mental deficiencies.
Okay. Mental health issues.
Thank you. How some of them are like incredibly strong.
They are. Oh, no, I heard that. I heard that in what they originally called it.
And they're like, so like they're incredibly strong because they don't limit themselves and stuff. So they're like, okay, what would happen if you found like a mentally handicapped chimpanzee?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so after we are done with the podcast, because this is not okay for this, remind me to tell you what the official medical term for that used to be.
Okay.
Okay?
So I have my last question.
You really went with the chicken.
I couldn't kill a chimpanzee. I'd kill chickens
every time,
before.
man. Every time.
What is more iconically Soviet?
Ooh.
The AK-74U Krinkov.
Okay.
Do you have it pictured in your head?
Mm-hmm.
Or the Dragunov SVD?
Shit! Go! The Dragunov.
I would have went the other way.
And the only reason I'm going to go with the Dragunov is because it has been mimicked externally less. It is... Wait, did you say Russian? You said Russian.
I said Soviet.
Soviet. Shit. No, I'm still going to go with the because the AK, just in general, and that one, it's the staple of communism, which is significantly wider than just Soviet. But like, if you're talking just Soviet, that's where I'm going. All right, hey, that's 20. And that is, holy crap, that's like almost right at an hour. Oh, no, we BS'd a little bit before, so we were a little under an hour. But it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's super late, though, right now. Mm-hmm. So you probably want to go home, aren't you? So let's talk about something a little bit more. Nope, that's it. That is the end of our 20 questions show. If you guys like that, do us a favor and let us... What?
Do I have my EDC gun when I have to fight this chimpanzee? And a sword?
You still have to kill a chimpanzee.
But I could close my eyes.
You could do that with a sword, too.
Not reliably.
I mean, that's true. And you could feel it. It's like one of those... It's like when they talk about, like, the what show was it when they were like, a knife? Now that's personal. Or some crap like that. Like, yeah. Go get up close.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to go with... you know what? I honestly, like, with the chimp, it's dependent. Every year, randomly, you would have to fight the chimpanzee. Like, you don't know.
So, like, I'd just be cruising along, and then, like, a video game sword would pop up.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's exactly right.
Right here.
Right? And then you got to protect yourself from a chimpanzee.
Close your eyes.
And as you're chipping away at the chimp's arms, as he's like... I think the original time that I heard that, it was... for some reason, I feel like it was an orangutan, and I'm listening to them talking about this, and I'm like, dude, like, I don't know if a sword would, like, clear through an orangutan anything in one shot. Like, you would have to bleed it to death, and, like, a chicken. Every time. I just
envision how many times I go to my truck at work.
Yeah.
I would still rather do the chicken.
Every time.
Food storage. What's for dinner tonight? Chicken.
Hey, Andy, why do you have a full-size fridge in the back of your truck? Oh, man, let me tell you.
You want a chicken? Now, if you said turkeys, I'm sorry, I'm killing the chimp. I'm not fighting a turkey.
No kidding. Turkeys it changes that much on you, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we're going turkeys next time.
I mean, I'll still kill the turkey.
I would kill a turkey. You get a lot more food that way, too.
All right,
you know what,
so
dude?
That's what
dude,
we got.
in the case of an apocalypse, like, you would never be for want of food if you chose the chickens or the turkeys.
Steal my car. Damn it! And a chimp would appear out of nowhere, hand me a sword, and start fighting me. No, this is not how this is supposed to
go. You're like... People ask you, like, what's your plan for the end of the world? And you're like, I got a chicken car. It's right there. That's it.
Follow the chicken mobile.
Like, everybody in the case of the apocalypse, they come to your house, and they're like,
I'm just getting in and out, right. Grabbing one, throwing it out, grabbing one, throwing it out.
Oh man, you know, I never covered this. Like, do you have to fight the chicken in the car or out of the car? Like, does
There's
the chicken
no fighting the chicken. Like, you just win.
Dude,
you must not have much experience with chickens.
It's a rooster.
It's okay.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, yeah, you can punt them, but they have a tendency to, like, glide. Like, they could fall on, like, what if it's the same one reincarnated and he learns? It's like...
Still going chicken.
Smart chicken. Okay, anyway, thanks, guys, for listening to whatever the heck this just degraded into. We appreciate it. If you like this, do us a favor and give us a follow on your favorite podcast app. This should be on YouTube as long as the monitor died, so I don't know if they can still see us. But if they can, and this made it on YouTube, do us a favor
Gross.
and let us know in the comments down below if you would like to see more of this, because honestly, this has been one of the most fun podcasts I've done. So if you guys like this, do all of those things
and give us questions.
And give us give us questions, because like that was hard grabbing 20 out.
That was.
But I think next time we'll be able to do better. Not better. Not like now we got the idea.
More different.
More differenter. But the sameness. Maybe we'll switch questions. Dude, what did you drink?
Water.
Uh-huh. Anyway, guys, we'll see you next time.
See ya. Do. Kegel.
Oh,
Hope that pops up.
I don't think it caught it.
Son of a bitch.